I just been all on my grind, I ain't had no time to waste. You must be out of your mind, me, I've been all in my safe. I need some time to unwind, all of this stuff on my brain. I'm trying to have a good time, it's been all work and no play. Oh, hey, boy, you said something, boy, you said something. Boy, you said something, boy, you said something. Boy, you said something. Hey, boy, you said something, boy, you said something. Hey, boy, you said something. Boy, hey, you so crazy.
Let's go. While we got snow. There we go.
Check.
So
we go. I don't know, but we live and
boy, somebody grabbed the wrong cord.
Yeah, they did.
We good? Hey,
yeah, we all right out here?
Making sure we.
How hard is it snowing in here? Y'all feel it?
Is that you?
I don't know. There we go.
Stop. Yeah. It was. Either way. All right, let's get it. Y'all know another show, man. Man, stop touching your mic.
I just want to make sure we're good. We good.
Whatever, man.
Go ahead with your little talk.
My little talk. Oh no, I know you ain't talking about talking. Either way,
the
man.
biggest talker.
The biggest. Well, let's move. Plenty of time to talk.
No.
Let's pick these shot glasses
no,
up,
hold
man.
on.
Okay,
You got something you want to say. Let him say it.
You talk too fucking much. That's what I wanted to say.
Chad, you right there with me. We are talkers.
Not at all.
We're gonna bring it
the
to
fact
his
that
stuff.
he said he doesn't. No, I ain't toasting. Not much.
Yeah, you is.
Let's let no one Clarence.
I apologize. Let's get ready. I'm dealing with some stuff.
Yeah, let's go, boy.
Boy, you said something. Boy, you said something.
Clean to another. Let's get it.
Let's make it a good one, man. It's gone, JaMar. You can put it in. Look at his face. That boy about to die.
That wasn't that bad, boy.
Yeah, it was too.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was.
That thing pretty smooth.
Say like
man.
Robot Touch.
Look at his face. We switched it up tonight.
What we got, man?
A burning chest. Hey, man. We're going to kick it off, man. We're going to talk a little bit about this parenting thing, man. Things we may do differently or the same versus what our parents done. And I'm going to be honest with you.
Somebody raised wrong.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. Growing up in a black household in the 80s and 90s was a little different. I think all of our parents, and we're going to find out.
Because we all 80 babies, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. You're 80s baby.
Yeah, I was 80 baby, but I was 90s definitely raised me for sure.
Yeah, but you find out like some of this stuff is universal. But
for sure.
Some of it is, but we're going to find out too also how much did you take with you with your kids.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me just start off. And I just want to go around the board real quick. Like,
Okay.
What's one thing that you do that your parents? What's one thing you do with your kids that your parents did with you guys? Because it was 4 of you guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
which couldn't have been easy.
Boy, no.
Yeah, couldn't have been easy, but fun.
I think I parent my daughter different than my son, like my parents did.
Okay, like how? What do you mean?
Like my son can get away with a little bit more than my daughter can.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, no, my son ain't getting. I don't. No, but okay. I mean, I get it a little bit. It is a little different.
It's a whole lot of different.
Yeah, I ain't quick.
Boy and a girl.
Yeah. I just got a boy and a girl.
I'm saying, but just because it's a boy and a girl.
Yeah. I think you parent your sons different than you parent.
So that's one thing you do the same because your parents did you guys like that?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you do different?
The one thing I do different is, like it would be all 4 of us in the car and we about to go to the grocery store or into the mall or wherever.
Speech.
And you got that fucking speech, right?
Yeah.
Look, when we go in here, don't ask for shit.
You ain't getting,
because you ain't getting shit.
But that's one thing. Why are you taking me here to torture me?
And I wanted them fruit roll ups so bad.
Skittles.
So you stole one?
No, not that I know of. But I wanted them fruit roll ups so bad. But I already knew not to ask for them because Mike Smith didn't play.
Okay.
Mike Smith did not play at all.
Yeah, that was kind of universal because my parents was like, not my dad, but my mom was like that. Now don't embarrass me. Don't ask for shit. You ain't getting shit.
For sure.
I know you like little Skittles, but you ain't getting them.
That's right.
They ain't for you.
Man, your mom ain't cuss.
Boy, my mom was the meanest mama on the block. And I love my mama, don't get me wrong, but she was the meanest mama on the block. No hands down.
And see, growing up in the projects, we was the only semi-white family. My mama was the only white person in the whole neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I
And
never even
then
thought
later
about
on, my aunt moved over there.
Wow, I never even thought about
Now,
that.
was your mama white or black? You know, we always
Oh,
say.
my mama was black.
Okay. So she fit right in. So it was like.
I didn't want to answer that for you, but yeah, but I get what you're saying. She was the white person that probably nobody even thought about her being white. Like it wasn't even.
Nah, it definitely didn't come up to us.
Yeah.
And she treated all my friends like,
Of course.
you know,
Of course.
if we ain't eating in front of your face.
Right.
You eating with us too.
Y'all
Of
eat
course,
beanies
man.
and weenies. They getting beanies and weenies.
Damn right.
For sure.
And boy, I love some beanies and weenies.
Boy,
too.
you ain't had no choice. You ate
Hey,
so
I
much
still
growing
eat
up.
mine.
What's something you do the same or something you do different?
And for the people watching, give us some stuff that you
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
so-
Put it in the comments.
Bro,
Put it in the comments.
we only got an hour or so,
Yeah.
but it's so much out there.
Yeah, but if you got something that you do
Yeah, for sure.
that your parents did not do, let us know what those are in the comments.
I think anything I do the same. I don't know, cause just me and mama. So, I think my situation is different because now, of course, I'm married, so it's a different type of raising. I think, but for single parent, I think if I do the same, make my son clean up. I mean, we pretty much on point like that. That's about the same.
Okay. Well, you get that from your mama?
The different is probably more so. I kind of let him. I ain't gonna say get away with a little bit more, but maybe like I ain't really strict on curfew type times and stuff like that. I probably should be.
What do you mean, like going to bed time
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
bed
like
time.
Yeah,
that?
like it's lenient. Like
Yeah, see, we didn't have no
I did.
being to bed by 9 o'clock.
I did.
It's just
I
that
had one when I was young. I
if you go to bed late, you gonna get your ass up.
Yeah, no doubt.
To go to school in the morning.
I was a little
tired or
a
not.
little lenient on that, but other than that, that's probably
Okay.
the I'm gonna say the biggest difference. Oh, and also going out, like I don't give him that speech. Cause I'll be honest with you, I ain't gonna say that I ain't missed out on a lot of my childhood, but I feel like I don't want him. I want to.
Let me tell you what your wife just said.
What she say?
She said, "JaMar the only child. You don't count."
See, and I knew they were gonna come to the peanut gallery. I guess more so with him, it ain't nothing that he ever wants that he pretty much don't get. You call it spoiled, call it what you want to. My thing is, I feel like if I got a great kid, you doing great in school. I told him and my daughter
Especially when
too,
you financially able and when your parents might not have been.
At certain
That's
times.
that's one big thing for
I
me,
always
too.
tell them, listen, you take care of school, daddy take care of the rest. There's nothing that you ever will want for the most part that I won't be able to provide with you within it means. You know, like I ain't gonna tell you everything you're gonna get, but for the most part, I get pretty much in a sense,
Okay.
pretty much everything.
What about you?
I do a lot of things different. I guess just off the top of my head, one thing that I probably do different is like I show my kids so much affection.
Very
So
true.
you missed out on that?
Yeah, like my father was the affectionate one, not my mom.
See, mine was the opposite.
Yeah, my mom wasn't
My
one.
pops wasn't showing that shit.
Y'all know y'all daddies.
Boy, yeah.
Yeah, my dad
Well,
was,
my mom and dad was married for 36 years
Boy, I
before my
never-
mom passed.
I've
my
seen a
dad
lot
was
of that.
emotional.
I've
You know what I'm
never
saying?
seen that.
I seen him. You know, I done seen my dad do everything: cry, fight. I mean, you know, you name it. I done seen
sure.
him do it.
Right.
So, but he was the affectionate one. He was very sensitive. He was very passionate. Well, I would say he was very passionate.
Right.
About family and he was a just passionate dude. So, but my mom wasn't. She was the stern. Like
Where did it come
I put
from?
food on the table. I work. I take care of you. That's love.
Where did it come from though? Like where did it come from? That type of parent?
Well,
she
you know,
raises like that as well.
Well, I don't want to get too deep. Yeah, I think
Okay.
part of it was because like I don't blame her or whatever because my
Right.
mom. I'm thankful that my mom. Like I went my first 18 years of my life. My mom worked hard. She didn't do drugs. She didn't drink alcohol. Like to get my mom to sip. I mean, literally, some champagne was like pulling teeth.
Oh, word.
Like I'm not.
My mom was a weekend drinker. She wasn't a drinker. during the
I was
Mom
thankful
didn't
that
drink at
like my
all.
mom maintained a job. She maintained the household even when my dad was
Right.
in between jobs or running the streets or doing whatever he was doing or even when he was gone. Like my dad passed away when I was 15, but they separated years before. But I was always thankful for that, and I think I get that from my mom. Like under no circumstances am I gonna let my household go under.
For sure.
So that's
Right.
one thing that I think I get from my mom. Like, and then we didn't live in the best conditions, but one thing about my mom was you clean, you wiped up. Like she was very
For sure.
like owning about.
She was a structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get that from my mom. I'm very structured in that manner. But the thing that I do different is I tell my kids like I'm like to hug them and kiss on them and tell them I love them 50 times a day.
Boy,
Right.
I know. I tell for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, I
definitely
think I'm more like that with my son.
Yeah.
Because my father wasn't like that.
Right.
My pops didn't play that. He
No hugging?
No.
Yeah, my dad kissing on me. Come on, man. You know,
But I make
my dad
sure
was
I
very-
do my son. I do that for for Chaz. You
Right.
know what I mean? So yeah.
I guess what my situation was, I didn't grow up with a father, so I'm learning how to be a father, I guess. In the sense, I saw it all around me. Like all my mama friends, everybody pretty much married or relationship.
Right.
All around us. And
So
she might have
who was
been-
the person you looked up to? Was there a male figure or no?
I had
Yeah,
several.
me.
Most on the church, but most time it was like people across the street, like the Wards, Michael
Yeah.
Holly's dad, you know.
Yeah.
Glennis and Nikki's dad, Ray Henderson, like all them people at church. I saw them, and everybody was like my mama's friends and stuff. A lot of the pastors and stuff. Everybody, you know, I had good father figures around me, but I didn't necessarily have one in the household the whole time growing up.
Right.
My mom had a boyfriend or two that I'm pretty fond of, but you know, other than that,
I just want to throw this out here. Like, I had a father, right? But my father probably wasn't the best example. Like, now, what I mean, like, by parenting, the biggest thing you can ever do, I always say this, the biggest thing you can ever do as a parent is be there.
Yeah.
Is to be present.
Time.
That's the biggest thing you can ever do.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
I mean, you've had this conversation before.
Yeah, you can't replace that. No
Right.
matter, under all circumstances, I always find a way to put time in because that's what kids are going to remember.
I mean, for
It ain't
sure.
about the money.
No, I mean,
Not
I mean,
at
don't
all.
get, behind the
Buying them
scenes, you gotta have, you know, finances is important, but the one thing that you can always control is the time that you put in.
Right.
And my dad,
Even if you broke.
my dad was broke,
Yeah.
but he put the time in. Like my dad, he get in trouble. Like I mean, these are memories that I have vividly as a kid. Like my dad. We may not have a car or whatever, but we walked to practice. My sisters, my dad, we walked to football practice.
Right.
He made sure I stayed in sport. We walked to practice. We walked back home from practice. We walked to games. We walked back home from games.
But it's easy in a small town as well, too.
Yeah, well,
That
I mean,
definitely helps out.
it's easy, but you think about you get out of
Well,
the game
easy
at
as
8,
far
9
as
o'clock, you got to go to school next day.
Yeah,
And then you got to
that's
walk
different.
30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes home.
Yeah, because I lived like during baseball season. You know, I lived in West End, and the baseball games was played at the intermediate school.
Exactly.
Lowe's
Which-
Field.
So that's what. So sometimes we had to walk.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean, depending on like, cause like I don't know about y'all, but we had one car.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, yeah.
And
if the car wasn't working.
yeah, so or if the car wasn't there,
Oh, it wasn't there, no doubt.
you know, you had to make do.
And the thing
Well,
about it is, for some reason, I never skipped. I always played. Like, if my
Yeah, we
dad
all
got in
play
trouble,
sports.
if he was doing community service because he got in trouble with the law or whatever,
Shout out to
he
the
do his
coaches.
community service where I'm playing my game. So he may be changing trash cans and I'm shooting free throws. This is just a memory I have. I'm
Yeah.
at the free throw line and he changing trash cans and he taking a break to watch me play.
Wow.
After my game, I'm letting him finish up his community service and then we walk home. So that's, you know, but my point I was getting to with my dad was he took me everywhere as a little kid.
Yeah.
So I saw a lot of stuff that I wasn't supposed to see as a child. I would
Right.
never, I wouldn't do that to my son because I know it's not
sure.
age appropriate.
Yeah, and plus the times are different also.
Times are different,
different?
but you don't get a pass.
Yeah.
You
You
shouldn't
think
get a
it's different,
pass.
or just because it's a light shine on a lot of stuff? Because a lot of stuff we had going on was going on too. It's just that light
It's
won't
not
shine
okay.
on them.
It's not okay.
Oh,
I'm
of
not
course.
saying it's okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm
I'm not saying
definitely
it's
not
okay,
okay.
but what I'm saying
I'm definitely
is,
not saying it's okay, but I still think it's different
Like how?
because he was raised different.
No,
at
I
a
agree.
different time.
We're gonna get to that because I think a lot of stuff is we can't blame our parents for how they was raised.
Right.
Because they didn't know what they didn't know. They only knew what they was given. And I mean I got some things I want to get into about that, but that's just one that just popped in my head. I was thinking about my pops. Because one thing about it, one thing that he always made very clear is the time.
Yeah.
He made sure no matter what he had going on, if he went to jail, got out of jail, he had community service, whatever.
He made time.
He made sure he was like, I cannot tell you a time prior to him, like literally when he separated or before his path.
Right.
Like he was always there.
Yeah.
And he may not have paid for anything. I don't know.
Let me tell you
but
something
he was
else
there.
that used
So
to get
I
on my
remember that.
nerves as a kid.
What's that?
Our cars was always raggedy and loud.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when he took us to school, I was, hey, just drop me off
Over
around
there,
the corner.
yeah.
So look, you drop me off around the corner, and I'll walk the rest of the damn way, right,
bro,
But and I
that's
made it
funny.
a point that when I can get my own money, I will always have a good car.
Distant car.
I will always buy a new car, so my kids won't have to go through that part.
Well, I can't relate to that because my granddad had a Cadillac.
No doubt. But your mama
finest.
had that Volvo that leak oil.
Mama had a Cadillac too. Then we went down to that.
Boy, that mom on the
away.
late order. Hey, we be out in the car. Hey, JaMar, you gonna take me home? Hold on. Hey, I ain't gotta walk to a big dog. JaMar can get the car.
Hey, you got up in there though, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Because I remember we had at one time we had an old Malibu. Now the old Malibus don't look like the Malibus today.
I about to say they look.
I don't even remember the old Malibu.
Oh my God,
I don't remember the old.
It was like off white, and it was shaped like a box Chevy though.
A Malibu. Okay, I don't even know what an old Malibu looked like.
And this thing was so damn loud, so loud.
Yeah, my mama's car was real loud.
Oh my God, so embarrassing.
I don't want to put out, but it was middle school, and she was a cheerleader, and
This girl you had a crush on at one time or something?
No, we were just real cool.
Okay.
Well, I probably did or whatever. But anyway, we were just real cool.
Right.
And her mom's car was real loud too.
Yeah.
So after the basketball game, one time she was a cheerleader, I played ball. And after the game, I used to tell my mom, I'm just park down, I'm gonna walk to the car. You ain't gotta try to come in because the traffic. You gotta get the traffic.
Right.
Mama's car might shut off coming in to pick me up anyway. So, that's even more embarrassing.
We were bad as kids.
So,
we'll
bro,
pick on your car.
I'm going out, and we used to do this to each other. Whoever mom come first. Hey, Clarence, we see you later.
Oh, that's so dirty.
Boy, we used to do it to each, and I don't know if she ever watched, but bro, we used to do this to each other all the time.
Oh,
and bro,
funny.
we used to embarrassed, but get a kick out of it because we was in the same situation. Because my mom had it wasn't a Volvo, but I don't even know what it. But I'm talking about, bro, when you hit the gas, loud, bro.
But
Like
what?
ours had a knock. It was a knock.
Boy.
But
It was so terrible.
We always heard these sounds when we grew up, and it was nothing to us to hear it. Because we so used to it.
No.
At least it wasn't around our way. We heard it all the time.
It was so just
We
one of
so
those
used to
funny
hearing
moments, bro.
But my point was, I'm always gonna have a nice car for that reason.
Just because of that.
Yeah,
But just because of that. It was a chick I had a crush on one time. She lived right down the street from me, right?
Right.
So she told me after school I'm gonna come to your house.
What grade is
All
this?
right. Oh, I'm maybe 4th grade, maybe.
Y'all was in the projects at this point?
No. This is right before we moved to
Okay.
West End.
Okay.
So we stayed on Lindsay Street.
Oh, I
though.
remember when y'all stayed on Lindsay Street.
We was on Lindsay
like
Street.
a duplex.
Yeah.
the
It's
duplex.
like 3 apartments.
Right, yeah.
And when I pulled up,
Sort of like the projects too.
yeah. During that time for sure.
Yeah.
During
Right.
that time.
Go ahead.
During that time for sure. So before I even get home, she's standing in front of my house. Right.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And here we come. It's 4 of us in the back of this car, packed in there like sardines.
No
Right?
doubt.
Oh, you and your brothers and sisters.
Me and my brothers and sisters.
there looking up.
You know. And I'm in the back seat.
For what? Like she don't know you in there.
Oh, come on, man.
I didn't know if you knew I was in there or not, but I wasn't gonna let her see me. For sure.
What happened when you got out? What happened when they time to get out?
But see, the way the house was set up, you parked behind the house.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So they couldn't see you get out the car if you got out the car.
No doubt.
So I ran around the opposite side of the house.
Like you come from
jumped
the other
over the banister. Like I had been there the whole time.
This is what boys do when they think they in love.
Yeah,
Stupid
for
stuff.
sure.
Stupid stuff.
That's tough right there.
For sure.
And you can really kick out of that.
Oh boy, what's one thing that you couldn't stand your mama doing or parent?
Boy, Saturday morning.
Licking her finger and wiping.
Your eyes?
Yes.
Nah, that ain't the biggest thing for me.
I could not stand
I
that.
couldn't stand that
Oh,
either.
I couldn't
That was
either,
tough
bro.
too.
Oh, no. I got the one.
What?
Okay, so sometimes when you grow up like we did, sometimes your dryer didn't really work all the way.
Oh, we ain't had no dryer.
I think we went to lunch, man. We had to drive later on.
Oh, we had a clothesline.
So
had
we had one at one time too.
My grandma had a
Hey,
clothesline.
we didn't have a dryer hookup at the house.
But once
That's
we
how
got
old
a
our
dryer,
We did on Carter Street.
it wouldn't always dry your clothes all the way.
Okay.
Right.
Little
So
damp.
so I wake up in the morning and my shit's still damp, right? My mama's favorite line was, it'll dry by the time you get to school.
Mildew.
Iron
on it, man. Throw the iron on it.
By the time I got to school, it looked like somebody just whooped my ass and my shit wrinkled up.
It's a drawn up.
This shit all wrinkled up.
May God bless my
Oh
mama
my
Smith.
God,
She was
man.
wrong for that one.
R.I.P. my mom,
Yeah.
man. But that was the one right there.
God, that's a tough one. Right
The worst one was
That's
me,
a good
boy.
one. That's a good one. I I ain't had to deal with that one, but that's
No, I didn't. I think we had to drive out in. Only thing about it was his mama, she always picked Saturday before I had to go to rec. And this man right here helped me out a few times. You better cut that grass.
Cut that grass in the back. All them acorns and
Boy,
sticks.
Clarence had to help. Clarence
In the morning before school?
No, before to go to rec. The
go to
rec
rec
opened
on
at 11.
Saturday.
Oh, okay.
The rec opened at 11, so I gotta
could
walk
not-
like by them. So I'm like, you ready?
I'm like, nah, I
I
gotta
did
cut the
grass.
grass.
Man, all right, let's knock the grass out real quick.
He'll cut
So
the
both of
back.
y'all be cutting the grass.
Yeah, he got me cut the grass.
Cut the grass before I go get my workout.
And the thing is,
so he can be on time.
yeah, and the thing is, my yard was that big, but in that backyard,
The back we were Healy,
yes.
and then them acorns. What was it? Acorns or what?
Walnuts.
Walnuts. Oh
we used
my
to throw them
God.
things in the person's house next door.
Bro.
That was yeah, we did. It
Oh
was
my
bad.
God, dude.
That and having to do everything because it wasn't the male figure always in the house.
Yeah.
So it was always boom. Oh, we gonna paint this area. Look, she get it up. Boom. Oh, we gonna paint today. I'm like, look, I'm in the bed. You know, you in the bed. You look. He called all types of names. That and
That
also
is funny.
my mama smoked and I could not stand it. I used to go outside. Look, do I smell like smoke? No, I did. You look, hey, look, she be in the back of the den. James, come back here and cut this light off. I'm like, you literally right here. I go back there and trying to duck under the smoke.
Hey, you ain't ducking under that damn
Hey,
smoke.
we be
Look.
playing video games. She called JaMar 20 times.
20
JaMar had
times.
to pause the game. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. I'm about to
Man,
go
this
home.
is side by side. This ain't online. This side by side.
Yeah.
Can't even get through it. Can't.
Oh yeah, we ain't have online back
Would
then.
you tell Miss Foss to leave you alone so we finish this game?
Bruh. JaMar! I'm like, oh. So I'm running back to that's the only thing right there. Getting called for everything and my mama smoke. And the thing
Oh
is, not
my
getting a call
God.
from somebody else. They sitting there looking at you. I'm like, man, this road running down. Cause you smell like smoke. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't escape it.
What
man.
about you?
I'm telling you, mine was big. My biggest was the way my mom treated my friends, bro.
Wait, like they was hers?
No.
If you cleaning up, you your friends is cleaning up.
No, there
no,
water
no,
hose
no.
in the back. That's why we ain't got.
That's one of them.
Huh?
My
Yeah,
mama
tell
did
me
not.
the water
I'm telling you,
hose.
my mom
You
would
ain't coming in the house.
My mom would cuss your hind part. I'm just used to meeting mom on the block. My mom always was just mad.
So what's up with the water hose?
Hey,
You know,
Claire had the
basketball goal.
Yeah, basketball goal.
And then in my backyard, you could use my neighbor Chad's backyard, my backyard, the next door neighbor's backyard, and then Mook's backyard.
Okay.
So we had like a football field.
Yeah.
The only thing that stopped us was the clothesline, my clothesline. So you had to get to the clothesline and then we forward you so you don't get hung in the clothesline.
Yeah.
So you just get an extra 5 yards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, we
But
had
the
to make stuff
stretch
up.
was nice.
Yeah,
So
it
we
was.
playing football. We go out there and play about 6 on 6, 7 on. We get it in. But my mom wouldn't let nobody. I couldn't even come in and
Water
get
hose
water.
in the back. Boy, that's the water right. Hey, look. You seen that like this, hold like this, let the rust get off.
Yeah.
No wonder it ain't making no
Hey,
difference.
look.
It's all got rust in it.
Hey, look, you got 7 jokers at the back, water
Hungry,
hoses.
sitting there thirsty,
Yeah.
stinking.
But
But,
my-
I get it now. I get it.
Yeah.
Ain't no way in the hell I have
But
a
my
bunch of
mom,
kids in my
hey,
house
look,
either.
my mom would let me in, cuss your hind parts lamb out.
I got some Kool-Aid one time.
Boy,
And because of me and him back there. One time.
Yeah, we ain't get Kool-Aid.
One time.
I ain't get Kool-Aid.
I ain't even like Kool-Aid, so I ain't drinking shit.
That
anymore.
was one thing. That was definitely one thing. The way my mama did. The way my mama did my friends, I used to could stand that. Like I could not stand that. Another thing she did though, excuse me, she was always.
Hey, Jessica said the water hose built up y'all immune system.
Think you did.
Girl, you said something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you ain't joking.
Hey, Lamar Blackstock said clothesline in the 2000s, boy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you about the clothesline. No, clothesline in the 90s. That was 90s right there, buddy.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But the really thing about the clothesline, what used to make me mad is if I did get something fly, somebody stole it, and I know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I know which one of y'all used to steal it from. Joke-
And then wear it
well, I ain't never,
to your house.
I ain't never really seen nobody wear it, but I know who used to get it. Joke would steal my stuff off the clothesline. Go back out there and like, I know I washed this sweater. It's gone.
Got a little
It's
neighborhood
gone.
we stayed in, but
It's
dog,
gone.
got to love it.
But one thing I used to love, a flip side of that, one thing I used to love about my dad was, again, he was such a social person. He would throw like the little cookouts, and I don't know where we got the money to supply the food and the music and all this.
Drugs?
Probably.
I can answer that for you right now.
Probably. Because when things was going well, they went well. But when they was bad, they was bad. I need to boil this water because we ain't got no hot water. Let me back up. Let me say something I used to hate about my house.
What was that?
I thought only rich people had showers.
I knew better than that.
We didn't have a shower growing up.
Bro, I ain't started taking showers.
I ain't get a shower until I was at Carter Street, and that was maybe
Until I went over to somebody else's house.
Maybe 5th grade.
We had
my mom was like one of the things my mom used to say, get your ass in that tub.
Oh, no doubt.
I think we had a shower in Walmart when I stayed there for a little
we didn't have a dryer hookup. Our washer was in the kitchen, right across. Our washer was across from the stove.
Wait. Your dryer was across from the stove?
You probably, if you was in my house, you probably didn't even know it was the washing machine because of how we had it
Hidden.
Yeah, it was hidden. But the stove is here. The washer is here.
Right beside it.
Across the street.
It's across the street.
The washer, so you cooking and washing clothes at the same time.
See, the thing about that is, like the house that my parents lived in before my mom died was set up like that because it was an old house.
Yeah.
Right.
So the washer and dryer was in the kitchen. Even for me as an adult.
Bro, we ain't have a dryer hookup.
Oh my God.
Pointless to buy a dryer. You ain't got nowhere to hook it up.
But see, like when we lived in West End, you had the laundromat there.
Yeah.
So because they didn't have wash and dry hookup.
You mean Duke Street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duke Street for sure.
You said
well, that's Marcella's place.
Yeah, Marcella's.
Did y'all have showers? Y'all ain't have showers in there, did you?
Oh, hey, at Walmart here.
I think so.
Did y'all have showers?
Yeah, I think so.
Bro, I didn't have a shower. I didn't get a shower until I went to college. I went my first 17 years.
So that's the first time you ever took a shower?
No, I took one like
people's houses.
I'll be honest, I probably took about 10 up to that point.
Like we didn't take many up until I got to Duke Street.
I don't know if I went over to somebody's house who had one.
I don't think we had because we stayed with my grandfather for a long time.
Right.
On Lindsay Street. That was his house, right?
I thought that was such an upgrade. Like I didn't know how to work them. I go to my house with a shower. I'm in there, and I ain't gonna ask for help because I'm embarrassed. I'm just like turning all the different knobs in the cold.
Yeah.
You would burn yourself.
Cold, everything.
And it was just confusing because you ain't never had it.
I ain't never had it.
Pull a thing
until I got to college.
But
and then when I
some
started
of them
getting
only got one knob.
Right, and you had to turn it.
Yeah.
You pull it out and the shower come on.
When I got to college, I said, I ain't never going back. I ain't never going back home.
So you feel like you arrived and you finally got a shower?
Boy, I felt like this is new life.
For sure.
Well, I thought rich people only had steps because I never had steps in my house.
You mean like a different level?
Yeah, like upstairs. I thought that was like you had money if you had upstairs.
It's amazing.
You be in Duke Street.
Right,
oh no, they rich in that apartment,
bro. It's amazing when you're not exposed to something how much like once you get exposed to or your view of it is because you hadn't been exposed.
Right.
And to be honest, I think a lot of it has to do with how people see other people too.
Right.
Or other races or other cultures. If you let just TV tell it, you never get the full experience of being in that culture.
Hey, your nephew said, "Nah, she was still using that in the 2000s."
Oh, okay.
Because she had me out there.
Oh boy, I was gone then. Oh, okay, Mont. So you got Mont was subject to that. That rough right there, Chief.
That's tough, that Chief.
Yeah, man. I bet you that clothesline still there. But we used to always have to fix it up. We put new poles on it.
Is this like Jackson Street area you talking about?
No, this is on Scale Street.
Right in the middle of Reasonable.
By the group home.
Down the street from the it was on Scale Street.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you going towards it for what?
I mean, it's like you going. It depends on which way.
Away from Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, if you're coming back that way.
Yeah. Well, Bluegrass still there?
Bluegrass definitely ain't there anymore.
Yeah, well, Bluegrass
used to be up on the hill.
Oh, okay.
Called Bluegrass and Barbara Razors right there.
Yeah, on the left.
Yeah,
okay.
But at the time, that was Scale Street.
What we showing our age?
Yeah, that was the time right there,
like
bro.
Bluegrass.
Everything right there where Walmart was woods.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I'll tell you something. It's definitely legal. Because back in the day, man, there's no way in the hell.
We buy everything from the store.
76.
I knew you was going there.
Let me tell you something.
Bluegrass too.
We knew the woman that worked at that spot.
Oh, we did too. Everybody
Sandy?
did.
Her name was Sandy. There's one lady was Sandy and it was
Andy
somebody
used
else.
to be a Bluegrass. Andy took over Bluegrass when it was Bluegrass. Then Andy took it over.
There's no way in the hell I used to buy cigarettes in my house.
Look, I used to go up there with a note.
Yeah, that's not.
Tell such and such I'm gonna pay them on this day.
Yep.
You up there with cigarettes all it.
Bro,
You better go home with that stuff too, Jay. Don't you stop nowhere else.
Look,
I went there with a pack of
That's
Newports
universal.
in my socks.
I think that is universal. I don't think that happens anymore.
Oh no! I can't. I find it hard to believe that it do with so much to go on.
It can't. Nah.
Yeah, I don't think that happens anymore.
I knew to go straight home though.
But during that time,
But we were 12 years old going by.
yeah,
I was younger than this.
now don't get me wrong. This is 95, 94, 93.
This is the early 90s
right?
for me.
Like I'm 8, 9, 10 years old. A girl named Crystal Carter. that I went to high school with, childhood friend.
Right.
Her mom worked at this store.
Oh, okay.
She knew us, right? And
Come up there with that note.
I come up there with a note every so often. Maybe 6 times a week.
Yeah.
But every day, every other day.
But you know what? People like that looked out. And they
Oh,
helped
no
out,
doubt.
bro.
No
they
doubt.
looked out.
No doubt
Whether it was
about
a
it.
pack of cigarettes, whether it was.
And what
they
I used
gonna
to
let you
do to
this
get my
right here.
candy was I would go stock the shelves in the cooler. For
Oh, word.
Yeah.
You should never work underage.
So I would stock the shelves in the cooler and I get a
Right.
candy bar.
Oh, no doubt.
I said, okay, cool. Yeah, I stocked the shelves.
That was slave. You stocked the shit and they gave you a candy bar.
I mean, you might put 4 or 5 sodas in
Think
these
about it.
racks.
We used to walk around with cigarettes, anything.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
At a young
I used to go
age.
get little beer. I get a beer, like a single beer.
Yeah,
I get
for
cigarettes,
sure.
all that. I go run up to the store, grab it, come on back to the house.
Yeah.
That was
Because I
crazy.
lived on Lindsay Street. You talking about that? You talking about Andy's right there on the corner of Lindsay and
Well,
Scales?
that was that became Andy's, but
Yeah.
the guy I'm talking about, his name was Andy. He was an Indian. His name was Andy,
took
and he took
Bluegrass?
over. Yeah, he took over Bluegrass.
Bluegrass, yeah.
But I can't remember the first. My memory is going away, but I can't remember the first guy who was at Bluegrass. But
I'm not
Andy's
sure
bought it. The guy Andy with
Yeah.
the long hair.
Yeah.
And then you had Andy's grocery
Hey,
over
look,
on West
he was
End.
the
but-
only one around there besides West End that had to have fireworks on 4th of July, too.
Yeah. He was cool,
He let you
bro.
in the back. He had the fireworks back
Bro.
there.
Oh, really?
He was real. He
Yeah.
was real cool,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like he was
Had the
super
fireworks
cool
back
though,
there.
man. I mean, he was in there eating off the neighborhood. I mean, shoot, he
For
had
sure he was.
Did y'all get food stamps? Mm-hmm. Now, for the kids that don't know,
I couldn't get them. I was in the middle.
Food stamps
I
didn't
was
come.
Rich, I was rich broke. Like for real.
Right.
Like I wasn't
Right.
that low, but I damn sure want that.
Not just food stamps.
So for the kids that don't know, food
Y'all
stamps
had
didn't
the
always
paper
come on
joints.
no card.
Y'all had the paper
Okay,
joint, didn't you?
this shit was paper, right?
And embarrassing.
Oh yeah,
And then
different colors.
And it was different colors. So the
Yeah.
5s might be green or blue. The 10s might be red. And then the one I remember the ones.
and some of them brown, some of them green.
The ones was brown for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So what we used to do for my mom's cigarettes and
But was
my
that some,
dad's
I don't mean a
beer.
good job, but wasn't that some bullshit?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was.
We used to
Yeah,
give
it
us some
was.
more bullshit paper
Yes.
intelligence.
So
Yeah.
this is what we used to do is at least every other day.
Government be on
Depending
some-
on what my parents had going on,
Right.
Like if they needed gas money, because every kid is in sports, and my sister
Right.
was cheerleading, whatever, right?
Right.
So they would give us. No, it's 4 of us. So they would give us a brown $1 food stamp. Was no taxes taken out.
That's right.
Okay.
So if you bought something for a quarter,
It was
you
you got
get 75 cents back.
For sure.
Right.
So the way we would convert
Yeah,
food stamps
No doubt.
into
Buy cheese
cash was we can go in the store and you can buy something for 25 cents max.
Right.
You bet not get nothing over fucking 25 cents.
Right.
Right. Or my parents is gonna flip out when you get your ass
Couple
back in that
5-cent
car.
bubble
So
gums.
okay, so me, my brother, and both of my sisters would all go into a store with a $1 food stamp.
Yeah.
Buy a Debbie cake or bubble gum,
whatever,
whatever the hell
yeah.
you wanted for 25 cents,
Right.
and bring my parents out 75 cents.
Right.
So we would hit at least.
That's what we were doing,
ain't that something,
man.
bro? Just to survive.
We would hit at least 7 to 8 stores per night. As soon as we got out of school, we didn't even go home yet.
Y'all had to go put that work in.
We had to go put that work in.
Oh my God.
Like no book. We had to go put that
Boy.
work in, dog, until they got about $30 or $40.
Yeah.
So that's
tough.
cigarettes for the day. That's $20 in the gas tank.
Hey,
And
and
that-
told that story.
That's
real,
a great.
though.
That's a
tough,
great
though.
story,
That's
dog.
real, though.
That is a great story.
Because you know what
dog.
they talk about? They talk about doing what you got to do to survive, and everybody pitching in to take care of the household. Like,
But we hated it.
Of course you did.
Oh,
as
no doubt,
kids.
'cause a kid.
Let me tell you something was embarrassing to me.
Look,
Go ahead.
Montez Wilson said, "Man, get that 75." No doubt.
yeah, you had no
Let me
choice.
tell you something.
No
I
doubt.
don't know if y'all had to do this though.
I ain't really have to do that hustle, but
Hold on. This was what I had to do, and this was embarrassing to me. Well, if your mama did it, well, most of my mama, the check bounce, and you got to go back in the store.
Boy,
with that bounce check.
we ain't had no fucking
I don't know about
checkbooks.
the yak.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe somebody's ready. This is my mama. Maybe
Yeah, you was rich.
yeah,
Yeah, I shouldn't say.
checks. No, we had
That's the thing, though.
I didn't know how to write a check until I was grown.
When I need something, this is what my mama do.
Yeah,
I get that. No.
See, that's the black mama.
Let me
My
tell you
mama
about
didn't
this,
do
Yeah,
that.
my mama go inside her a bra.
No.
My mom didn't do that.
The
shit.
bounce check situation, when you had to get that joker and go in the food line somewhere, then pay for the bounce check. You had to go in there. Mama was always sending me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on,
about
so
that.
you have to go in there and
Because she was
She had to pay for it.
probably because she was embarrassed.
Yeah, because it bounced.
Okay,
She had to pay the fee.
Okay, the check bounced and the fee was how much? Do you
$35
remember?
probably.
I forgot
$25.
what
Nah, it couldn't be that high
It was
back
like
then.
25.
It probably was $25.
It was like 25.
Cause now it's like 35.
It's probably
It
25.
was like 25. No
You
doubt.
got damn. Okay.
Either way, I had to be the one in there to do it. She would never go herself. She always sent
She's like,
me
yeah,
to
I'm
go in
embarrassed
there.
your little
A few
ass.
times, yeah. Go in there and pay this right here. And I'm sitting there with a check. I'm here to pay this now. Check. Look at me like, who sent you?
The one time I had to do this, y'all ever stood in the welfare line
Never had experience.
to get cheese?
Nah, I never did that one.
Not me personally, no.
I know people
what
have.
you're talking about, but no,
I'm gonna
not
be
me.
honest with you. I'm gonna tell you what you name. A
Mind
joke.
y'all, there's to be the butt
A
of
joke gonna
jokes
talk
as we
about. A
kids.
joke gonna talk about you in the welfare line.
And be right there beside
And be right there beside you.
Hold on, what you getting?
You're right.
But you feel bad, like that he saw me.
Yeah.
Hold on, he in the line too.
Yeah, no doubt.
He in the line.
No doubt.
But that crazy though, the stuff we used to say, like thinking about it, y'all said you were rich because of a checkbook. I stayed down the street from him. No, but thing is, I had like a bunch of video games or something, so
Right.
I was considered.
Oh no,
the
you had
rich
more than
kid.
that. Oh, you had more than that. Now, don't
I had a bunch of. Let me tell you this. That's
That
why
boy
I
had
got,
water bed.
boy,
Hey, we was broke. My mom had a water bed.
That boy had King Griffey Jr. shoes.
that was later in high school.
Hey, that
and that
boy-
was called Renaissance.
That boy had jean shorts. That boy had Levi jean shorts.
Look, I wore
I
some.
was rich broke, big dog.
I wore some
Trust me.
Bobos to school one year,
And you got
it's,
held.
it's the last time I ever done it.
Yeah,
you better
Breezer didn't play
believe
that. Breezer didn't play
Now
that.
I'm in the 5th grade, right?
Yeah.
and I had some shoes that was. I don't know what the Jordans were. They got the black thing that goes around the side like this. With 12s.
You know, the pad leather on top.
No. They just got that little black thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It goes around the side.
I ain't no
right there.
Jordan connoisseur.
I think they're the
I forgot you were much
12s.
younger than us. He was so much older than that.
They was the 12s, I believe.
Okay.
Now these Voights look just like them, but they was called Voights.
I know
Boy,
you talking
I
about.
know what you're talking about now.
Yes, sir. They came out in '97, right?
Jeff Coffin talked about my shoes so bad.
But you know what? They got all the Jordans.
They did.
In the high
Jeff
school,
and his brothers got all the
Let me
shoes.
tell you something.
And play
Before
basketball
school,
in
yes,
them,
sir.
too.
Yeah, for sure.
Before school, that morning, they had them J's on. Come to school
they,
late.
They will come to school late.
Late.
Jeff will come to school late.
A lot of them people just do.
And because he would
gotta
go
get them
stand in
J's
line
to go get them
the
J's.
Jordan. But he talked about my shoes so bad.
Yeah, the votes.
That was called Voights.
Votes.
I had some before.
Listen,
I had some all white ones with a yellow check, like a yellow.
we was in there playing basketball. I got to slide across the floor like I was sliding to second base.
If some of y'all that don't know, we call them Bobos. They look like the real joints, but they wasn't the real joints.
I used to
though.
play football.
Yeah, Lamar said they was the 12s. That's
12s.
exactly what they were. They was the 12s.
the flu game joints with the tax. They call them the taxes, the black and white ones.
They was the black and white ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they call them
But they got them
Texans.
black and red.
Yeah, that was flu game.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I used to play
So,
football.
I was in high
Penny
school
I had
then.
penny loafers. I had zips.
Jeff talked about my shoes so
Boy.
bad, bro. That when I got home, I threw them bitches in the trash. I wear last year's shoes before I wear these damn shoes right here back.
I'm gonna tell you what's
Jordan
make me
had
mad about going back to school with the shoes.
Or go back to school, period.
I never got my new shoes on time.
Oh, they're a week late.
Always a week late.
Always
bro.
a week late.
I don't
Y'all was a week
understand.
late?
Always.
Always a week
My
late.
first week of school, if we started school on a Monday, I didn't have my shoes to Friday or the next Monday. Every freaking time.
My thing
I
was
don't
that bad.
really understand why, but I just know it came late every time.
I ain't gonna lie.
The
Elementary
pay week
school-
was always on the wrong
But
week.
see, the thing is, I had a granddaddy, so he was retired from the factory. So at that time,
Yeah, so that's a little different.
Leading up to like seventh grade when he passed away, things were pretty sweet.
Right.
That eighth going up to the 12th,
It got a little rough.
yeah, because I was the man in the house at that point.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it got real. So up until then, it was different. Like I remember, like, cause we celebrate all the holidays. I remember like Mama going to all the stores, going to 4C, doing all the stuff. Carolina doing all the stuff.
So Christmas would be bright at your house.
It was bright. Elementary.
Don't get me wrong, my Christmases was always
But
great.
I had a lot of good
It
Christmases
was lit,
too.
but I'll be honest with you. Going up, I saw it. It's kind of
I know all of it didn't happen with the receipts either. I didn't get
the
everything
part of
from
the reason why I don't
receipts.
celebrate now is because I know it's okay when I got older, around 8th, 9th grade, stuff changed. You go from going to every store, going to one store, getting things here and there. So then I was like, you know, my course mama felt bad, like, you know, you getting older. I feel like this should have been this and third. I'm like, I really don't care.
Right.
I'm old, I'm about to be graduating. I really don't care nothing about that. And I shouldn't feel a type of way because you could do something this day. All these other days, you done fed me, I had clothes on. Everything wasn't always name brand, but I had clothes on. I had decent clothes on. I was cool with that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason why now I don't put emphasis on holidays and different stuff because of that situation.
What's something that your parents have, or maybe it's I'll give you my example first after I ask you this, but what's something that's kind of carried over with you from your parents to you with your kids? Mine is this: being poor and I guess unfortunate, right? But
hold on, what?
Let him talk, man.
I know. I thought I missed it. What did you say now?
no. Like,
I might be buzzing.
Okay. Like growing up, sometimes you don't know what you was gonna eat that night, right?
Right. Okay.
So we would always have one thing that was gonna be on that damn plate was potatoes.
Okay.
I don't care how that potato was cooked. It was gonna be some potatoes
So
on it.
mash.
And that's something that I've carried with me. Potatoes is my favorite fucking food.
And you ate it all the time?
I ate it all the time, and I eat them all the time now.
Okay.
That's my Achilles heel when it comes to eating healthy.
Potato.
So what's something that you have kind of carried, like your parents started something with you and carried it on up?
I think one for my mom and my dad. Like my mom, no matter how bad financially we were in, obviously sometimes I maybe not even understood the extent of how far behind we were or how bad it was or how late we were on stuff.
Right.
But one thing my mom always did was, even when I gave her like the pout face or upset, she always
Found a way
to pay for it. I don't know what she did, whatever, but she always found, like, I never truly, like, I didn't have the finest things or whatever. I wore hand-me-downs. I got stuff from friends and stuff like that. But, like, playing sports, I always done it. If it was a field trip, she always found a way to pay the money. Like, it was always, initially be no.
Right.
Always no. And I'm like,
but the day before you was about to go on that trip,
she always found a way to do it. And my dad, vice versa, my mom wasn't, but my dad was always one to show up. He was always one
like
to be
a chaperone.
No, just like he'd be present. Like he was always one there to be positive, push me, guide me, and be there.
Gotcha.
And so with me and my kids, like I'm always pushing them to do stuff. Just do. I don't care if you just singing a carol. I just want you to do stuff so I can be there to support you because, so I always that's me. Like I always, it don't matter what they want to do. I'm
just being present is kind of your thing.
Yeah, like I'm a stickler about that. Like I don't want to miss no practice. I don't want to miss no game. I'm not missing none of that.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to I'm gonna have to be hospitalized or dead and gone.
But see, like my dad was a truck driver and was out of town.
Yeah.
Like I think he made it to 2 of my high school football games the whole time I was playing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I never held that against him because that was his job. That's how he kind of took care of us.
Well,
you know what
like I said, like my mom, I never and this is just a story I told some people. Like I never held it against her, but I like to say but I can't deny that had a big factor on the way I was. Like in the last episode I talked about how I'm just a self-motivated. Like when my dad was gone, like my mom and everybody know, like I'm in a small town and if you kind of good or decent or whatever, not to my own, but I was decent at sports or whatever. And you hear about it in the community. Mm-hmm. This and this. But my mom never saw me play any sport at any time until I was 17 years old.
Mm. Now my mom was there every.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I don't give a damn what was pouring down, rain.
Yeah, my mom.
Whatever.
My mom.
To support.
My mom wasn't.
Mom Dukes is gonna be there.
But
That's all it was too.
My dad and my sisters was. Like my dad, it didn't matter. My dad made sure that my sister was there. He made them go. You going to support your, and I take that with me. Like my daughter, sometimes my son be playing. Do I have to go? I just saw him last week.
Yeah. And the way
but
my
I said,
household,
get your butt up. You going to support your brother.
Right. That's right.
You going? We gonna be supportive. If you do something, he gonna get his butt up and he'll go support you.
So the way the ages of my siblings was too. So when my brother was playing football, like when he played with you, my sister was old enough to be a cheerleader for the record.
So they both there.
Right.
So they both there.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I'm in little league. My brother's in big league. So I'm playing.
You just walk up for the field.
Yeah. So I'm playing. My sister, my youngest sister, is a cheerleader for that age group.
Oh, okay. Y'all
You know
already
what I'm
out
saying?
there.
So that's kind of how it kind of worked out for us.
Yeah.
What did y'all play our little league games at?
Out there at JC Park. Yeah.
Where the big league play at?
JC.
When
No.
No, like middle school. High school.
High school. That's
Yeah,
right.
high school.
That's high school.
High
That's
school.
right.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
about to say.
Yeah,
'cause we played
sure
high school
did.
too.
Yeah, it was high school.
High school, but they was on different days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I think at one point I was used to be on Saturdays, big leagues. And
I want to say I was like on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's right.
Monday,
That's right.
Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday,
They
Thursday.
used
right.
to be Saturdays, all Saturdays, then they changed.
I don't remember playing on
after
Saturdays,
I
man.
only played 1 year after middle school.
I don't think, unless it was a makeup game. That's the only time we played on
It was just
Saturday.
like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday when the games were.
For sure.
I'm trying to think one thing I'll take away. I'll tell you one thing that actually prepared me though, growing up in a single parent household, was how to deal with like maintenance people coming through. We had like the kerosene oil. They put oil in the ground.
Boy,
so
the kerosene.
I had to be the man, so I had to learn this stuff on the fly.
Boy, that was,
So dangerous.
Boy, let me say, and the kerosene stove, cause that heat, cause this thing is, if the thing used to go out in the middle of the night,
Boy, people could
12
smell
o'clock,
me before they seen me.
bruh, having to go to the store and go get kerosene, we had to pour it in the ground.
Man,
I had my
like the stove,
bro.
But I'm a
Shaking the little
kid,
thing.
boy.
Hey, I tell you what I learned though. You had to put that potpourri in there, and then pour some water on it. It didn't smell as bad.
Oh, you put it on the top?
Yes.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I tell you what though, you better keep that thing.
You let
wet.
that pan go dry.
That thing go dry.
That pan go
You
dry.
gonna go on fire. But that thing, look, this thing though, for some reason I don't know how.
Boy, it was rough. It was rough, wasn't it?
Yeah, getting that kerosene. Cause I said kerosene clothes. I came out on the back porch.
And God bless my parents, right? But
Yeah.
Boy, they ain't get it all right.
I ain't trying to embarrass my sisters, but I got to tell this story too. This is how we became close to Miss Staten. Y'all know Adele Staten?
Yeah.
Cicely's mom.
Cicely's
Yeah, of course.
mom.
Yeah.
So that's my stepmom. I mean, that's my godmother.
Okay.
So when my mom would have to be at work, my father and my pops was there. My
Right.
dad would have to do their hair, right? So my dad would try to braid both of my sisters' hair. They would be all poofy and all fucked up, right? Miss Staten would redo my sister's hair when they got to school.
Wow.
Really?
Every day.
She was such a love, man. Bless her.
Every day.
She was such a blessing.
So shout out to Miss Staten.
She was
for sure.
she was such a beautiful soul. So I say she was, but she is a beautiful soul.
Yeah.
right,
So
for
shout,
sure.
shout out to Miss Staten, man,
she's a beautiful
for sure.
What's something your parents got wrong?
Wrong?
Yeah. What's something?
Well.
I mean, hindsight, obviously, but what's something you realized that, damn, mom and dad just didn't have.
I'm
this
gonna
right.
speak on this right quick while you think.
Yeah.
Mine was the financial aspect. What I had to learn was, I think my mom would have told me, because I think she felt obligated to do stuff because she was, I guess, spoiled. She was raised in a 2-parent household. I wasn't. So I guess she felt like she had to fill that gap up with me not having a dad there all the time. What I learned was, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say you can't afford it. For her, she would make stuff work, but then be behind on something else. And I learned it later on as I got older, as a teenager, and helping, used to help pay bills and stuff. I'm thinking, hold on now, I'm taking care of grown man stuff. Like I shouldn't be having to help out with so much.
Why am I paying the water bill?
Yeah,
Right.
Why? Where's the money going? Like financial literacy, I guess for her. Well, she always had her dad to fall back on.
Right.
So when he left, she didn't necessarily have to know to, I guess, set a budget, do this, that, and the third. Because she always had it back. She mess up. Don't worry, daddy got it.
Yeah, no doubt.
So what I learned was, okay, you need to set a budget, and it's okay not to be able to do something. It's okay to have to save up for something, or do something later, or say, you know what, Jay, I can't do this. I can't afford this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know,
financial part really, I got that. That was part.
I think what my parents got wrong, hindsight being 2020, right, is get a job.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the part they got wrong. Get a job, because now I got a fucking job.
Let me piggyback.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, let me piggyback off
feel
that.
what you're
That was part of mine. It's nothing wrong with getting a job and earning income, because everybody is not going to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's not strong enough to carry that burden and run that path.
Right.
But I think our parents, and I think it's because our generation, I think our parents is from the same generation or whatever. I think our parents, what they didn't know was to dream,
right,
to follow your dreams,
Push it up,
and
hold it like this and do it.
There it is, don't it? All right. So I think that's part of it. I think both. That was two of mine, but I got another one. But I think the financial piece, not educating your children on, like my mom used to talk about credit score and
Never
having
heard
good
of it till I
credit.
got older.
Like
Never
my
knew about
mom talked about it, but she never taught me. She never taught me anything about it.
Right.
She just said keep your credit good.
Yeah,
Make sure you keep good credit and get
I
anything
never
you
knew
want.
about credit.
But I didn't know what
Never
that.
knew.
Like I said, I never knew what that meant. I just knew keep your credit good. I don't know what that means.
Right.
Nor do I know how to obtain, gather, maintain. Like I
Right.
didn't know any of that. She just said that.
I had to. Luckily, I had older siblings. Luckily for me, that my older sister was kind of financial literate
Right.
to a certain point.
Right.
You know what I mean? So she kind of guided me on that.
But you had to wait till
aspect
she
of it.
grown, probably.
Well,
until
no. Well, she was grown, but I wasn't.
that's what I'm saying. But you had to wait until she got grown.
Yeah, for sure.
But by
Figure out
that,
some
you know what
stuff.
I'm saying, to help you sort of to pull that back down, to bring that back down.
And that's the one of the proudest things one of the most proud things that I have is my credit score.
Yeah.
Because I've worked so damn hard.
Yeah.
I have not
maintain
ate some days.
Yeah, I remember you
to
used to tell
pay
me
that,
that.
to pay that credit.
Yeah, you used to tell me that. Like,
To-
bro,
to-
I
to
ate
pay
2
that
hot
credit
dogs,
card. Yeah.
but I'm gonna make sure my credit.
And look. I was staying in Greensboro.
My credit be jacked up. I'm going.
I was staying in Greensboro.
I'm
You know,
gonna eat.
I got a car payment. I had got behind a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm going to Sheets buying 2 hot
you
dogs
said that.
for $1.
Yeah, you said it.
You just survived at this point.
I'm
Cause you worried about your credit
because
score.
I'm worried about my credit score that much. That's why on a previous episode, we was talking about that.
Right.
One of my first questions when we go on our first date, what's your credit score like? Because I know what I had to go through to keep mine straight. Are you willing to do the same thing?
Yeah.
For some people, it's not all that important.
Well, of course.
I've also heard-
that's our last
But see,
conversation.
this one thing too.
That's our last conversation
I
at
also
that
heard
point.
this too, and I heard somebody say on the radio. They said, "Now it's not always true for every case." They said, but once they got their house, got stuff they needed for credit scores wise, at that point they didn't necessarily care no more. Necessarily, they let it
What if
fall.
something happened?
Yeah, I don't
this is
agree
my
with that.
thing. This is what they said. They said they
Life
really
don't
didn't
stop at
care
that
because
point.
they finally got what they needed. Not saying that they fell totally off, but it wasn't as an importance to them.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, but I mean
That was
that's
their
not
opinion.
because, like I said,
Once they got their house, got
that-
their car, got
that's
their
not
kids in college,
that's not the end all be all because
it's not. But for
You
some
look-
people, that's their
What if we want
reality.
to open up a business?
well,
Maybe they
anything. I
didn't.
mean, you get in the car now, but at some point you're gonna need another car. That car ain't gonna last you forever.
That's right.
At some point you may need another house. That whole house might not last you. I mean,
Possibly.
at some point, but and then not saying you can't get one, but the difference is you're gonna pay more for it because of your interest rate or what you can lock into. So, but anyway,
For sure.
financial.
Yeah,
That's
my
one
thing,
thing.
financial.
That's one thing I think my parents got wrong, not educating us financially. But again, it's not their fault because I just don't think they knew. All they knew was get a job, go to work, pay a bill.
Yeah.
That's all they knew. I think. What did you say? You said
Getting a job.
get a job. My parents didn't understand the value of dreaming and working for yourself.
Yeah.
They didn't know that. They didn't have that in them. Again,
Right.
not their fault.
And I don't fault. I was about to say I don't
Yeah,
fault
you can't
them.
fault them. Not their
no,
fault.
not at all.
They just didn't know what they didn't know.
Right.
You know. And I kind of lost my train of thought about what I was really going to about. So I'm gonna just.
Well, let me speak on this one though.
I lost my train of thought.
Let me speak on
I was
this.
about to go to sleep anyway.
My mom worked though. I would say that much when she was like, say, my granddad spoiled her, but he also made her work. But he also was the one that always bought her first car, bought her second car, brand new car.
Boy, let me tell you
Like,
about my
while she
first
was
car.
like when she was in A&T, like he bought her car, he bought her first house. Like he did everything for her.
Right.
And there was things my mom wish she could have done for me, but I told her, hey, it's okay. I feel like I'm a man. I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Yeah.
find my own path. You don't have to necessarily provide it for me. I get it. You got it. But you know what I'm saying? I'll
Go ahead.
take care of that, though.
The one thing I was thinking about my mom. One thing I wish my dad was different. Not my dad. And I don't want to feel like I'm ragging on my mom because I love my mom to death. My mom's
Right.
70-something years old. She been blessed to be at this point to stop smoking. So proud of her for
Boy,
doing
tell her
that.
to get my mama
Which
so
is
she
one
can
of the
stop.
hardest things to do.
I wish
ever.
my mom would
She
stop
stopped
smoking,
cold
dog.
turkey and ain't smoked again. Like I'm so
Hey, tell
proud
her
of
to
her
get my mom.
progress.
My mom be 67 on Tuesday, man. Tell her to stop smoking.
And not only that, my mom is such a good, nice, loving grandparent. Which I'd be like, where the hell was that when I was a child?
Right.
But she is like don't be hard on them. Don't be hard
I
on
swear,
them.
don't they treat them kids different?
So, but anyway,
It's
I don't want to jump off.
it's like they getting ready for Jesus,
Boy.
so they gotta change
Yeah,
up.
yeah. It's time
They about to go meet
Boy.
Jesus.
They realize they done wrong.
But what I would say,
Let me get my shit together because Jesus is waiting on me.
I think what my mom, I would say, well, my parents, my dad was gone at this time, but what my mom could have really stepped in and had a impact was she was not willing to address sex education.
Hold on.
So
Even
she
with
do
the
sex.
girls.
Yeah.
So
Because we all dealt with teen pregnancy. So
Okay.
and like one time is one thing. The second, like it was a continuous cycle.
Hold on.
That was never.
You have how many sisters? 3.
three? Yeah.
And all of them was pregnant young.
Your youngest one didn't have babies.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, I
She was
guess
just-
not. Yeah.
But she was like early 20s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically, I guess.
But the rest of them were teenagers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, I'm talking-
teenagers is it 18, 19, or 15, 16?
Both. I mean, from 16 on up to 19.
Yeah, the one I was. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
She was
okay.
So what I'm saying is like,
Now, do you think that's the reason?
no, I think that has a lot to do with it. Though.
Oh, okay.
I think as a parent, you have a duty to step in and like
Right.
it's something I learned from and be like, I'm not saying that it can't happen to me, but I'm just saying, but I took a different approach.
Gotcha.
I want to make sure that you understand the consequences of having sex, the importance of not having sex, but understanding if you take that route, what's at risk, how to protect yourself, how to protect the other person. Now, I'm not giving you the authority to do so because I'm against it.
I'm just educating you.
I'm educating you.
Yeah.
But this shouldn't be a closed topic. And I don't want your friends educating you. I
Yeah.
want to be the one to educate you first so you can understand the truth,
Right.
the understanding, and
I'm gonna give it to you raw.
So you don't know this is not a
Yeah.
closed topic for us. Nothing is off topic.
Yeah.
We should be able to have an open conversation. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's some things I know I'm not going to be privy to, but I'm just saying, as parents, I think you have a duty. You're your child's
Obligation.
first teacher.
For sure.
So, and what you don't teach them and what you don't address, somebody else will at some point somewhere. Now,
Whether it be drugs, sex,
exactly,
Whatever it is, for sure.
exactly. So my thing is, I just chose to head it off, and because it wasn't with me. I remember having a conversation with my mom about. I remember when I was in college, and obviously my first daughter, and I was like, man, I'm about to have a child,
Right.
And the way my mom responded was just so weird. I was weird because she was like, "Is there not like protection?" And I was just like,
Yeah, Mom, I think it is.
Yeah, but I just kind of didn't wear it.
she
this
was like,
time.
Boy, I threw up in it.
I mean, but I could tell she wasn't comfortable. And by
Dealing
this
with
time, I'm in college, so it was but she wasn't comfortable with those conversations.
Because previous to
Right.
then, y'all never had any talks about
But
sex,
no, of
right?
course not.
Right,
But not
right.
only that, my 2 older sisters already had children at that point anyway.
Right.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Both
Okay.
both teenage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it didn't even like. So me having a conversation, it was just like, you already went through this twice.
Right.
Do you think it would have changed something if y'all honestly had it at whatever age you were?
Maybe. I think
don't
it's
know.
a better chance.
I don't know, but it's important. Like, I'll be honest.
Were you miseducated on it or something?
Of course, all the older guys that I hung around,
Yeah.
I didn't hang around nobody my age. All the older guys and the porn and the flicks and the man, don't use no rubber and don't do this and all the bad examples.
Right.
1,000%.
You know what? Hold on, let me tell y'all something.
They telling you to do this, man, don't do it. Ain't nobody else telling me what else to do, so I'm like, oh, okay, so that's how you do. Okay,
Hey man, you know,
of course.
First time I saw
And you
a-
listen because you're so young and naive.
And
You
you
are.
want, and to be honest, you want to fit with the crowd that
Of
you
course you
roll.
do.
You
You
want to be
think-
like,
you think
yeah.
it's cool.
You want to be like, you want to be able to share the same stories,
Right.
To be honest,
Right.
and
And they was lying the whole time, too.
Cause
probably
they didn't know. Cause they didn't know.
But even if they
Totally.
did, even if they was doing it, it was wrong.
Yeah.
It was the wrong
For
stuff.
sure.
For sure.
But I didn't have nobody else in my ear to combat to give me the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know what the alternative was. It was
Well,
a
I was
learning
scared.
process.
I knew better. I was just scared.
You were scared, as in
Like, I was scared.
In
like,
elementary school, scared to do something.
You let one of us, like my brother had his first son at 17 or 18, but he was already gone from home.
Right.
You let me or my other 2 sisters having a baby at 15, 16 years old. My dad, my pops already told us, you getting the fuck up out of here.
That's
Damn.
tough.
Yeah.
You getting the fuck up out of
That
here.
is tough.
So that he scared us into not having kids. I ain't had my first child till 2 days before I turned 25 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What's flip side of that? What's one thing your parents got right? They absolutely
Man, they taught me survival, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, they taught me survival.
I definitely. Can say
No
that.
matter what happened, Chad Smith gonna be all right.
Boy, don't we
'Cause-
know? Boy,
Chad
don't we
Smith is
know?
gonna be all right, dog.
Whether he
no.
using or abusing, he gonna be all right.
Just they gave me that survival skill for sure.
Yeah.
Nothing like that's almost the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
But you know what? To me, it's a gift and a curse. But this is my thing. My kids know nothing about none of that.
They ain't supposed to.
They're not. But let me get
To a certain
But
extent.
this is what I'm
At that-
saying, though.
At the age, how old's your son?
8, about to be.
And the
9.
daughter is
13.
they ain't supposed to know
14,
it yet.
14,
they ain't supposed to
14,
know yet.
14. This is my
I mean,
thing.
truthfully,
Bruh,
they're not
They ain't supposed to know yet.
I knew before. I knew then.
Yeah, but like I said, the times were so different. Like, okay, check this out. You could get on your bicycle when you was young.
Go around the world.
We didn't
Do that shit now.
Yeah.
They might not come home.
Yeah.
I know that.
So that's just the difference in the time.
I never had a curfew.
We did. Street lights come on, your ass better be at the house.
And what I mean,
you ain't gotta be in the house.
When my dad
at the house.
When my dad was there, yes, but when my dad was gone, by the age of, like when I was 12, 13, no curfew. So from 13 to 17, and the time that I didn't even live at home,
Right.
no curfew. No.
But the crazy thing is, I'm scared my son.
And my mom worked third shift.
I'm scared my son to ride his scooter around the complex without me watching.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Versus like what was there? I was halfway going to eat on my bike.
Now they taking kids from in front of your house. Not saying it didn't happen back then.
Right.
But I don't think it happened as much for sure.
Times is different.
Changed.
Well, I think a lot of us we're more conscious of stuff.
And I think I could get on my bicycle, man. Either staying in Duke Street or
Think how far we traveled, how many miles we did.
I might pass 25 cars all day. You ride through Reedsville now, you gonna pass a car every time you go to the next block. You gonna pass 25 cars.
Yeah.
So it's more stuff on the more cars on the road, and it's just a little more dangerous now.
All right. One thing I think she got right.
Yeah, one thing she got right.
Teaching me responsibility. Now I'm not saying I don't think I should have had it at the age I had it, but
be grateful that you did.
I ain't gonna lie, it prepared me for a lot in life.
That's what I'm saying. So she got it right. At the end of the day.
Yes. End of the day, yes, definitely. Especially with her, I guess, trying to raise a boy to a man, which I don't necessarily feel a female can totally. But we had a community. We had people at church that had deacons, had trustees. Mm-hmm. She had 1-2 decent boyfriends. I kind of take a liking to. They actually were good guys. Mm-hmm. So she kind of and having that kind of taught me like responsibility, like teaching me, this is how you deal with your bills. This is how you do such and such. Now I may not do it the best all the time, but this is what you should do it. Type thing. So I say responsibility and stuff.
Yeah,
take care of your business.
I don't want to say mine is not survival is part of it, I guess, but I think it's just mine's responsibility. I think it's like a split between that. Like at all costs, no matter what, provide.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no matter what go on, what happened, take responsibility and provide. I think that's what I like. Don't run, don't hide, stand up, take responsibility and provide.
Right.
And one thing I just put out there like I admire about my mom is, ain't no telling what all she went through, tough time between her and my father and stuff like that too. But one thing I've always admired about her is she got up every day. She went to work, worked hard. She didn't smoke. Like drugs.
Right.
Because she gonna smoke them cigarettes. She gonna hit them packs.
Right.
that was my mom for sure.
But she wasn't going to miss work. She wasn't going to get high. She wasn't gonna get drunk.
Right.
Wasn't gonna happen. It ain't about seeing it. She didn't want it in the refrigerator. Didn't want it near it. She was a stickler about don't want that near me.
Right.
Nothing like that near me.
Let me
nothing in
person.
So I admired it about my mom. So Brenda Martin, I love you. But that was one like you get up, you had the kids, you provide for them, you take care of them, and you give your life for them if that's what it takes.
Let me piggyback on that for a minute. You had this conversation not too long ago. But I told you that like my pops is one of the strongest people that I've ever met in my life. And I ain't saying that just because he my pops.
I probably can outbench him. But
no, mentally strong. You see what I'm saying? Like my pops had a drinking problem. He had a drug problem, and he smoked cigarettes. Stopped all three cold turkey. Jesus. That's one thing that I admire about my pops. One of the most. This is a crack addiction. This is a alcohol addiction, and this a nicotine addiction, right? So, stopped all three cold turkey. Don't get me wrong. I didn't know about the drug problem until I got older,
right?
Because just being naive,
right? And
the fact that my mom was strong enough to shield us from it, right?
Right.
Which is one of the. So if like, and my dad, if there's a right way to have a drug problem, my dad did it the right way because he kept 2 jobs all the time.
So he's functioning,
fully functioning
right.
addict, right?
Right.
So he would he worked one job to support his drug habit and one job to support us. So if there's a right way to be an addict, he did it the right way.
But there ain't no right way. Let's just.
Well, of course not. There is no right way.
He kept you away from it,
and
you didn't have to. You didn't suffer for it.
I didn't. Nah, because we didn't learn that. Well, I think my brother learned it before we did because he was the oldest
right.
one, which is why he left the crib.
I got you.
You know what I mean? But my dad was strong enough to stop all 3 cold turkey.
I don't never answer the phone on the show, but I'm answering the phone real quick. Hey, yo, nephew, we filming right now. I'll call you right back. All right.
but my dad was strong enough to stop all 3 cold turkey, and my mom was strong enough to shield us from the bullshit.
I got you.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So I definitely love my parents. Like RIP to my mom.
Let me give one before we get up out of here. I want to shout out my mom for showing me something different from Reedsville. What I mean is that she showed me that you can go to Atlanta, you can go at the mall shop in Atlanta, you can go up in New York. You can do such and such. She showed me stuff outside of Reedsville. She showed me how it is to get on the flight. She showed me different stuff that I could not imagine.
Yeah.
Being on this little boy on Carter Street in Reedsville.
Yeah.
I can say I done X, Y, and Z before a certain age.
No doubt.
One biggest thing I didn't get to do was like go to Florida, but that's one thing I took my kids to. I felt like, okay, Mama, you get to do it, but I did it for my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. My pops would promise us every year. He promised me and my brother a dirt bike. We still ain't got that damn
Bro,
dirt bike.
I ain't got a dirt bike. I ain't got a go-kart.
He promised us a dirt bike for 20 fucking years. And I still ain't got that dirt bike.
Let me tell you something. The realest, I'm gonna get up. This is my last thing. The realest thing my mama ever told me, I'm gonna ask y'all this too. I'm gonna start with myself. The realest thing your parents ever told y'all. The one thing my mom ever told me, and I keep this to this day. She said, a man gonna be a man, a woman gonna be a woman.
You reap what you sow.
Take it for how you take it. Whether it's your best friend's girl.
Mine is you reap what you sow.
Mine was, it don't matter who it is. A man gonna be a man, a woman gonna be a woman. Learn their lesson.
For sure. Clarence?
What's the realest?
Anything that come to mind?
My daddy told me a whole lot of real stuff. I don't know if I should repeat. I don't know if I should repeat any of it. But
I
my
really
daddy told me a whole lot of real stuff.
That a man gonna be a man and a woman gonna be a woman.
I would say my mom. Another thing that I've always admired about her is, and one thing she's always said is like, don't do dirt; it'll come back on you. Like, and what I mean by that is she was always like very honest. She didn't take what didn't belong to her. She didn't try to scam anybody. She didn't try to like deceive anybody. She just was very.
Boy, you didn't pick that up, did you?
That boy's a liar. I'm just playing.
Oh, scammers!
Yeah, the power circle. I still want my damn money back.
Me too. Hey, me too. Good grace.
Hey, that boy went and bought a mansion off us.
2 words. I'm gone.
That boy went and bought a mansion. Got a brand new car, cell phone.
Heavy is the head that wear the crown. I get it.
Boy, yeah.
Heavy is the head. I get it. Come see me. But I always admired it about my mom. Like she wasn't, no matter how bad it got, no matter how tough it got, she just continued to do what she always know to do, and that's just work. Work. And that's all she ever did. So I always admired about her. She wasn't gonna cut corners, even for the smallest victory.
True that.
Now my dad.
Message.
Now my dad.
You gotta how you live.
You want that brand new gold right there, boy? You did. I like that one. You have it tomorrow. Boy, they right here fly right in there.
Boy, they you want hooping over the man's house.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, Clarence gotta go.
Hey.
Shit.
You did it real one right there. Hey. Before I go though, let me say this one thing about my pops. I love my pop. I hate my dad used to tell me all the time. One of the things he used to say to me all the time is, "I'm gonna dance at your wedding." Now he may be taking my $5 or whatever while he's saying that.
Right.
I'm gonna dance at your wedding, boy. Now that did never happen.
Smooth it over, huh?
But he used to always say that, and I say that to my son now because my dad used to always say it to me. One day I'm gonna dance at your wedding. But one thing he did one Christmas, this is a funny thought. My dad bought me.
This shit better be funny all the time.
Bro,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. So Christmas, I wake up for Christmas. I got all these Sega games.
Right.
I'm jamming.
Oh, but you ain't got they ain't no cartridge. They ain't no box.
No, this Sega game.
I know the story. Why this?
Hey, I'm living La Vida Loca for about 2 weeks.
Right.
I get home from school, We back in school, getting home from school. My game's at. Hey, Daddy, my game. Hey, boy, I take them back down to Statler.
Yes, sir. I about to say action video.
I forgot Statler.
Yes, they did them action video.
Yeah, your family. When it was the family video.
No, action video first.
Family video was in Eden.
Action video was up by Subway.
Statler was on 29.
Action video was on Subway for Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Statler was the one that we went to because we were closer to.
Oh, yeah, on 14.
Yeah.
Right there.
On 14.
Yeah.
I said 29, but 14.
Yeah, I read it. Boy, I got me the 10. I read about 7 games.
Bro, all the I had, I don't know how many games I'm working for Christmas, boy. I'm jamming on Sega. I'm dunking. Yeah, baby. Boy, we get down there. I come back from school about 2 weeks later. Where's my game? My game's gone. I took him back down in Statler.
That is funny,
That Joker had
You had a good
hoodwinked
Christmas
me,
though,
man.
didn't you?
Yeah, for Christmas Day.
That's all you counted.
Boy, God bless my day. Hey, before we go, man, look, man, I just want to give a shout out to our moms. You know, Brenda Martin. I love you so much. You have always been the shining light in my life, and I love you. My pops, Clarence Senior or Junior, one of them.
R.I.P. to Jeannie Smith, man.
Shout out to my mom,
Mike
Miss May
Smith.
Falls. Birthday on Tuesday. Love you. As always, his kids call you Granny.
Granny.
Granny, we love you. Shout out to the church community that helped raise me too as well.
We're going to leave it right there, fellas?
Yeah, live right there.
All right, we're
bless our
sponsored by Just by Prestige Barbershop, 4000 Spring Garden Street, Suite D. Shout out to Gene and Tevin and those guys out there.
What up, Q? Appreciate y'all.
For sure. Look, if you haven't already, go to our YouTube, Boy You Said Something podcast. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button.
Like, share, subscribe.
Hit that
man.
notification
Please.
bell for sure.
Please.
Also, go to our IG page at Boy You Said Something. Make sure you hit that follow on that one, and make sure you follow our
Instagram, IG, all that.
our Facebook at
That's it.
Boy You Said Something. Fellas, did I say something?
Boy, you said something.
Yo, we out.
Let's go watch this fight.
Y'all.
Boy, you said something. 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 Hey, boy, you said something. Boy, you said something. Hey, boy, you said something. Boy, hey, you so crazy.